Today, I'd like to tell you about the influence of energy and physical friction in traditional game of guessing.
Perhaps we all played with guessing when we were children, a simple game that involves spinning the top with a string and then letting it spin on the ground. But in reality, it contains fascinating physics concepts including energy, friction, and angular momentum. In this video, I want to explain the basic concepts found in the traditional guessing, especially energy, angular momentum, and friction, to show the relationship between physics theory and daily life through a traditional game, and to raise awareness about preserving traditional game as cultural heritage that also contains scientific value. Guessing is a traditional game that has existed for generations. It is usually made of bamboo with a sharp point at the bottom. To play it, we wrap a string around the guessing with quickly and release it so that it spins fast. When it spins, we can see how physics works in a fun and simple way.
The role of energy. When we pull the string and release it, we give mechanical energy to the casing. This energy changes into rotational kinetic energy, which make the casing spin. The formula for rotational kinetic energy is Ka equals 1/2 I omega squared, where I is the moment of inertia or depends on the shape and mass of the casing. Omega is the angular velocity or how fast it spins. The stronger we pull the string, the greater the energy and the faster the casing rotates. Angular momentum and stability. When the casing spins very fast, it looks stable and balanced. This happens because of angular momentum, which helps the casing resist falling over. In physics, angular momentum is what keeps rotating objects like a spinning top or even a bicycle from falling easily. As the casing slows down, its angular momentum decreases, and that's when it begins to wobble and finally falls. The role of friction. Now, let's talk about why the casing slows down and stops. It's because of friction or resistance that acts against motion. There are two main types of friction affecting the casing. 1. Air friction or air resistance. 2. Surface friction between the tip of the casing and the ground. These forces take away the casing's kinetic energy and turn it into head energy. That's why after some time, the casing stops spinning. Simple experiment. Let's conduct a simple experiment. If we spin one casing on a smooth floor and another one on a rugged surface, which one will spin longer? Based on the example, the casing on the smooth floor will spin longer because it experiences less friction. The one on the rugged surface stops faster because more energy is lost due to greater friction. The relationship between energy and friction. From that example, you can see the relationship between energy and friction. 1. Energy causes motion. 2. Friction slows it down. If friction is small, energy lasts longer. If friction is large, energy loss is lost faster. That's why the duration of a spinning casing depends on the balance between energy and friction. To conclude, from the traditional game of casing, we can learn several physics concepts. 1. Energy from pulling the string changes into rotational kinetic energy. 2. The casing stays upright because of angular momentum. 3. Friction losses take away the energy, turning it into head. 4. This example game shows how physics works all around us.
So, So, the traditional game of guessing is not only a cultural heritage, but also a great example of science in motion. Through guessing, we can learn how energy, friction, and motion are connected. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.